Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, welcoming Mark Ballas and BC Jean, aka Alexander Jean. They have a new EP out. It's called Head High. Check it out. They'll also be on tour, and they're giving us a live performance. Check it out. Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade. All right, Mark Ballas, BC Jean, congratulations. You just got engaged.
Thank
So
you.
that's pretty cool. You were Dancing with the Stars finalists. You got a single, an EP.
Yeah.
Guys busy? Like, what's going on? Like, you want a vacation yet? I heard you just came back from Maui, by the way.
Yeah, we managed to squeeze a little vacation in. BC surprised me for my 30th birthday, and I got to check off a bucket list item, got to swim with the turtles, got to chill. It was incredible.
So I'm going to give you guys my cell phone number next time you're stow me away in, like, your suitcase.
Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, I'm in. Congrats on the new album, single. It's got to be exciting. Tell me all about, because it's funny. Everyone knows you for dancing, but you make music. So tell me about the making of the music together.
Well, we actually didn't start writing music till about a year and a half in of dating, and we both kind of were doing our own solo careers, and one day Mark's like, yeah, maybe we should just write a song for fun. I'm like, okay. And then we got a bottle of wine, pad and paper, pen, guitar, and made like a honest, heartfelt, natural song, and didn't put ourselves in any sort of box or push ourselves to do anything specific. It was just whatever came to mind and was from the heart. And then we went to the studio, recorded it, did everything live instruments, listened back, and we were kind of, we're really hard on ourselves, I'd say. And so when we looked at each other, we were like, this is different. This is pretty cool. And that actually is the first song that we ever wrote, which ended up being on the EP, and we're titling the EP. It's Head High, which is also the name of the tour. Yep. So it's pretty cool. And then from there, it kind of led to us writing a whole bunch of music and creating Alexander Jean.
When we listened to it back, we both really loved what we were hearing, and we were thinking, maybe we were meant to do this together. Like, we did this all spontaneously for fun, with no other intention in mind than to just spend some time together and write something from the heart, and it just felt right. And then we finished up the rest of the material, and then we were coming down to picking a lead single, and we didn't know which one to go with. And I remember BC playing me a demo of a song that she'd written when we'd first met called Roses and Violets. And I was just blown away by that song, and that song is so significant to kind of our relationship now. So I was like, we should get that song out of the drawer, because it's been in the demo pile for a minute, and let's finish it. Yeah, let's put the guitars on it. Let's finish a vocal, and that ended up being our first release. And when we put the song out, no one knew who Alexander Jean was, which was awesome, because we wanted to let the music speak for itself. We didn't want it to be the guy from or the girl who wrote. Right. And the song came out and got used for some things, and it ended up going number 1 on the singer-songwriter chart, number 6 on pop. It charted in 7 countries. Amazing reaction, but still no one knew who Alexander Jean was. It was just, if you Googled us, it was this little cartoon image that said Alexander Jean and Roses and Violets on it. And it wasn't until a little bit later people started finding out it was us, and that's, for us, spoke volumes, because it let the song and the music speak for itself, and there was no anything around it other than just the song, and the fact that it reacted that well was an honor. And we
just found, sorry, you were going to say it.
Yeah, we just dropped our EP today, and we just found out it hit number 1 on the singer-songwriter.
I know, I just got an email about that. How cool is that?
Excited,
so it's pretty amazing. We're just very grateful to everyone who supported us, who's got into the music, and who's let the music speak for itself. And it's an incredible feeling. We're excited. This has all happened just
It's all been a fun
organically,
experience, an organic experience, yeah. And
I love that you guys love working together. Like, if I had a significant other, I would probably dread, like, creatively work. I mean, there's so many big ifs there. If a significant other, if we work together, I'd be like, get out of the room. Don't ever try interrupting my interviews.
That's so funny.
Like, how dare you criticize me? So when you get together, the creative collaboration, it clicked right away?
Yeah, I guess it was right away. Instinct.
It was always fun, but we didn't write together or think anything serious about it until like a year and a half, 2 years in.
Yeah.
When BC had gigs, I would always play guitar for her, and I'd be in the band, and I would play guitar. And then at my gigs, because we were doing the solo thing, and we'd both been grinding and been through the major label grind, and she'd written some massive hit songs, and then just went through the solo grind, you know, and at my shows we would get her up with the band to sing, and whenever we would do that, it felt awesome.
It just felt right.
And
the
a lot of
chemistry
people,
was always really strong.
Yeah, the chemistry was fun, and it was
Yeah.
fun, and a lot of people were like, that was my favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so when we were finished that first song and kind of looked at each other feeling like we should,
Maybe this makes sense.
maybe this is what we should be doing.
Yeah.
It just all kind of clicked, and then we started playing gigs. We did our first like practice gig down in Hermosa Beach for a very small crowd, and after we both felt like it was right, you know. And now we've been playing and playing and playing and playing, and every show
Just
gets
getting
better.
better and
Everything
better.
feels better, and
every show has its own vibe. That's why we're really excited to hit the road this summer. We start in Santa Ana on June 17th,
yeah.
and then we go all around the U.S., end in L.A. July 23rd. So it's like its own vibe. Every show, we kind of just...
every show we do feels unique to itself and different because we don't play with a huge band. It's just her and I. We call it the Gypsy setup. I run like a loop station, record the guitars live, and I have like a percussion kit I do with my feet, and she sings incredible, and
We vibe.
we vibe out, and every show's different, so
Yeah.
it feels good.
Speaking of the tour, first of all, you were a smoker, so you just quit smoking 2 years ago. So how cool is it? You got Nick Durham and Nick Wright to actually sponsor the tour. That's like pretty cool.
It's pretty awesome.
That is a huge blessing and honor because that just never happens. So the fact that we're getting to work with this incredible company and work with a company that I'm personally really passionate about, because I was a smoker for a long time. I grew up in the UK. My mom was a smoker. My nan was a smoker. My uncle was a smoker. And a lot of my friends, I went to musical theater school where I studied theater, dance, music, you know, and they also, everybody's just puffing away, you know. So I smoked for a long time on and off. I tried to quit cold turkey. I'd had success, but ultimately, as soon as I would get stressed out about something, I was lighting one up again, you know, and so on and so forth. So it got to a point where I could feel it affecting me professionally, and that was when I was really determined to stop. I was like, I have to stop now.
How hard was it? I've never smoked, but my mom is a good lifelong smoker, and it's like, it's brutal.
It's brutal, and I knew I needed to try something different because the cold turkey thing wasn't working for me. So that's why I reached out to Nick Wright and Nick Durham, CQ. I was like, I would love to try your products, sort me out, you know. So I ended up using the patch, and it was good for me because I'm so active. I didn't want to have to think about changing it. I just wanted to on in the morning, off before bed, and you know, there were hard moments, but ultimately it worked for me. I had great support system from BC, and my friends who were smokers purposely wouldn't smoke in front of me. They do now.
Yeah,
but
now they're like, sorry.
Damn,
get over it.
SOBs.
Yeah,
I know, I'm so
but then
rude.
when I was going through it, they really helped me out. And the good thing about this, we've been doing some awesome social media campaigns called the What's Your Why campaign. So we have people use the hashtag What's Your Why to share your story as to why you quit smoking or why you want to quit smoking, or because it, like you said, it is hard, and you want to hear from other people that are in the same boat, because when you're a quitter and you're the only one in the room quitting, you feel like isolated. Oh, I'm the only one going through it. No one understands. But with being able to share with the powers of social media now, you can read other people's stories that are going through the same thing. And
Yeah, there's a whole community.
there's like a whole community and people trying to go through it, and there's a great support system there. And for anyone else who wants additional information on other great ways to quit and things that will be helpful.
Or how to support somebody else
Or,
that's
yeah,
trying to quit.
You can go to quit.com. They have like incredible information. So to be able to go on tour with BC and not only share our music and get that out there, I'm also being able to speak about something that I hold very near and dear to my heart, because I went through it and I'm passionate about helping people live a healthier lifestyle, and also showing kids that are growing up from what we do. So many young ones, listen to us and come to our shows, and showing them that it's not cool to smoke.
Yeah.
You can still follow your
Still
dreams
be cool and not
be cool
smoke.
and not smoke.
It's such a bad habit. It's
Yeah.
awful.
So bad. Yeah.
Speaking of habits, this guy has a habit of doing really well in Dancing with the Stars, doesn't he?
I know,
Yo,
he's a
how
talented
crazy!
guy.
You and Paige, you guys were lighting it up. It was
thank you.
pretty cool season. Tell me all about it.
It was fun. I mean, it was a hard grind, as it always is. But
You guys are like, when I say athletes, I watch some of this stuff and I'm just
Beyond.
like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's definitely, I think, over the years gotten the standard and the level and the expectations and the production value and creativity value and everything on the show is just advanced out of sight. Like, the difference from when I first started till now is just, it's a whole nother level. So we really put our bodies through it, and the celebrities that come and compete put their bodies through it too. But this season was incredible because I had someone who was so durable and so hardworking and determined and focused, and also naturally gifted and talented. Like she had some dance experience, but people always were like, "Oh, she had dance experience." And for me, that doesn't matter because
It's totally different.
there's so no.
Yeah,
But
totally
even as a
different.
pro dancer, you've got pro dancers that are incredible, and you've got pro dancers that are okay. And the ones that are incredible are born with that X, and she had that. It didn't matter if she had dance experience or not. That thing that made you want to watch her was something that you can't teach. You turn that on. You're given that. So that's why I think not only was she able to execute and be physical and get out there and do correctly, she just had a quality about her that you wouldn't want to take your eyes off her. So it was a fun season, and it allowed me to be creative and do things differently. I was really trying to push the barrier as usual, and she allowed me to do that.
Can you dance?
Sure.
Can you dance like he can dance? No, listen, when I say can you dance, I mean like can you dance like he can dance?
Are you asking me to dance with you right now?
Kill me, please. I would be like I can barely walk and put 2 feet in front of each other and chew gum at the same time. That's like look how goofy and like debilitated I am. Are you kidding me?
Stop.
I can barely do this for a living. This is like the extent. Put me in a chair and like speak. So when you look forward, singing, dancing, what do you enjoy more?
I think they're so different. I enjoy music. I enjoy art and creation and I enjoy
spending time with you. And
yeah, that too.
I enjoy to entertain. So for me, any outlet is an honor and a pleasure to be able to entertain a crowd and make people smile. I've been doing both my whole life. I've juggled both my whole life. But I think we're reaching a whole new kind of chapter with the music. The fact that it's organically gotten to this stage, and I get to do it with the person I love the most. And the first single reacted so well, second one did well, and now the EP first day is at #1 on the singer-songwriter chart. We're independent. We don't have a label. We don't have this massive money machine behind us. We're doing this all ourselves, and we really have put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this. And for me, it's even more special because I know how hard she's worked and spent her life dedicating to music. So to see this happen and to be able to perform with her and play guitar for her, it makes it even that much better.
You've written hit songs.
Yeah.
I'm so curious because there's so many big songwriters out there, people who you'll never know their names, but they've written like some of the biggest #1 hits of all time.
Yeah.
When you've hit songs, but now you're performing, do you just want to be like, I wrote that song, or I wrote that song? Like, what's it like knowing you've written hit songs, but then you're out on the road and people might not know who you are?
I don't know. It's two different things to me. I mean, it's all the same to me, but I don't kind of brag.
I'd be announcing it. I'd be like,
no.
yeah, I wrote that song for Mariah Carey. Or I wrote like
No. I don't like when people do that.
The most.
I know.
People will be like,
wrong.
So, she's like, oh, I'm a songwriter. And then I'll be like, and then it's usually me. I'm the one who's like, she wrote one of the biggest songs. And I didn't know that she'd written those songs till like 5 months in.
Watch, I'll get out of you. So we just met, right? Like,
Right.
All right, so BC, what do you do?
I'm a singer-songwriter.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Like, have you written like songs that I would have heard of?
Yeah, I've written some songs. I've written for a lot of different artists, and
See?
I'm not
done.
No, I can do it.
Hold on. So like who?
Well, the biggest song most people would know me for is writing Beyonce's "If I Were a Boy."
Never heard of it.
Yeah, well, this girl named Beyonce, and Jay-Z, familiar?
Who? What? Like, how crazy is that? Like, that would be the first thing I'd
Some
open the
people don't
concert.
know. Some
That would
people
be
don't
the first thing I'd open my concert with. Would be like, do you guys like Beyonce? The crowd would go wild. They'd be like, do you like If I Were a Boy? You'll like me. No, I'm just kidding. But that's actually really awesome because there's so many brilliant songwriters out there, and I've had the opportunity to interview people, and then like Neo is a perfect example where it's like the guy was like a pure songwriter, and he's like, oh, let me go make my own music, and now he's Neo.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I think that the opportunity to be able to perform my music is a totally different animal for me, and it's something I enjoy just as much as just writing for people and songs. And I don't know, I'm excited. I'm excited to hit the road.
When I heard her sing for the first time, I couldn't.
Like, I'm putting a ring on that.
Well, I couldn't see her. I got to this event. It was packed. I couldn't see her. I could only hear her. And I was with my cousin. We were at the back because we were late. And she was singing. She was like halfway through her first song. When I got there, she played 4 songs. And I turned to my cousin like, whoever that is like that's some stuff. You know what I mean? Like when you were in line for vocal cords,
like
God
that.
was like, no, her first.
Aww.
You know. So, and from the sound of her voice, I'm expecting to see like Janice. You know, like dreads and whiskey bottle and
I said, give me a few
hippie.
years.
And like this like pretty blonde.
I know, and I was like, hey, you know. So I was just blown away, and for months at the beginning, I was like, you need to get back out there and sing, because it's when you hear like Beyonce's version of "If I Were a Boy" is incredible. When you hear her do it, it's like it's a completely different version, and it gets you, man. So like,
we'll probably add that.
This guy might like you, by the way.
Just a little.
He might like you.
She's all right. At our last gig, we finished the set, and I was like, "Hey guys, y'all in here?" And I made her do it. She didn't want to do it. I made her do it.
I haven't sung that song in a long time, but yeah, I think we'll add it to some of our shows.
Every now and again.
We'll definitely vibe off the crowd, and some certain crowds will get a little treat. We'll add that in. Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Before I let you go, if you had one person you could dance with on DWTS, what would it be?
Man, I have a few. Usually my first answer is Shakira, because I think she would be great. But today,
you came up with a good one.
Ellen.
Yeah.
Would be awesome.
I wonder if Ellen could dance. Like, she has like her little stage dancing, but like I wonder if she could really dance.
I think she could do it. I'm voting for Ellen. I'm already thinking of the team name.
Because what you guys do is like
Melon.
like
Team Melons.
like Alice. No, it'd be like that's a tough one. She would. I wonder if she ever would do dance with us.
I doubt she would, but if she did, she would be incredible.
I think she would be good. I'm all about that.
Check out their new EP, Head High. It's out. They're gonna be on tour. Nick Red, Nick Durham, the guy who helped stop smoking. It's all good stuff. And congratulations on your engagement, guys. Really great stuff. And you're gonna perform for us in a second.
Yeah.